outsmart the biggest pop culture fanatics you know? Do you possess an uncanny amount of knowledge on subjects that range from movies, television, music, literature, or even politics? Well, you'll find out. Welcome once again to Trivia Night. Lights, camera, trivia.
Recently, High C took to social media teasing fans about the return of the enormously popular Ecto Cooler flavor, which ran from 1989 to 2007, with a brief return in 2016 as a promotional tie-in to the remake of which popular 80s film? If you said Ghostbusters, you're correct. Which of the following films was not adapted from a popular novel or short story? The correct answer is Scream. The producers of this 1985 film had to get permission from Lysol to have one of the characters spraying away the stench of death with their product. Not only did they grant permission, they loved the idea that their product could kill any conceivable odor. What was the film? It was Return of the Living Dead. This 1997 John Woo action film recycled a prop from the dismal 1993 live-action adaptation of Super Mario Bros. If you look closely during the floating prison scene, the magnetic boots worn by the prisoners are the same boots worn by the Goombas. What was the film? The movie is Face Off. During an interview with IGN.com, Jamie Lee Curtis called this movie an all-time piece of crap and added, "That's the only good reason to be in bad movies? Then when your friends have bad movies, you can say, 'Ah, I've got the best one. I'm bringing,' what was the movie?" The film Jamie Lee Curtis hates is Virus. Jim Carrey's famous In Living Color character Fire Marshal Bill makes a surprise cameo as an extra in what 1997 comedy in which the former In Living Color cast member stars? Fire Marshal Bill can be spotted in the crowd of onlookers at the airport in Liar Liar.
Celebrating its 50th year. As an American institution, this network sketch comedy series turned not ready for primetime players into pop culture icons. Live from Studio 8H at Rockefeller Plaza. It's SNL Trivia.
Leslie Jones made her debut on SNL in 2014 at the age of 47, making her the oldest cast member on the show. This 80s icon and Brat Pack actor made their debut in 1985 at the age of 17, making them the youngest person to ever join the ensemble cast. Which John Hughes favorite was briefly part of SNL's 50-year legacy? If you said Anthony Michael Hall, you're correct. In 1976, Lorne Michaels appeared on SNL with a check for $3,000, with the hope of getting this musical group to reunite and perform for the SNL studio audience. While it was meant to be a joke, two of the members were just blocks away watching the show from one of their homes and considered showing up. They decided to just enjoy the rest of the show from their living room. Which group almost took Lorne up on his offer? John Lennon and Paul McCartney were watching SNL at John's apartment in the Dakota, just blocks from Studio 8H, when Lorne appeared on camera with the check. While they decided against it, George Harrison tried unsuccessfully to get the check when he appeared on the show months later as the night's musical guest. Saturday Night Live's entire existence can be credited to this late-night talk show host, who requested that NBC stop airing reruns of his show on the weekends so he could save them for more vacation days during the week. Because of this, Lorne was brought in to develop a show to air on the weekends. Which titan of late night helped create an opportunity for the now 50-year-old institution? If you said Johnny Carson, congrats. You know more than you think you do about the history of SNL. According to former cast member Kevin Nealon, he and Dana Carvey were developing a movie based on their Hans and Franz characters, with former SNL writers Conan O'Brien and Robert Smigel. Arnold Schwarzenegger was set to co-produce and co-star as well. Not long after Sony bought the right to the film, Arnold developed cold feet and backed out following the dismal box office performance of which film? Last Action Hero's poor box office performance convinced Arnold that he can never play himself in a movie, that doing so would lead to an automatic failure. Which alternative rock band were banned by SNL for life after a disastrous performance in which the group appeared inebriated and unsure of what key they were playing in or what song they were playing? After performing at Dress, a crew member for The Replacements snuck alcohol into the dressing room for the band. Needless to say, they weren't welcomed back. Which of the following is the highest-grossing SNL movie? To date, Wayne's World is still the highest-grossing SNL movie that was ever released, with It's Pat, the movie being the lowest-grossing.
So, how did you do? Did you get every question right? No. That's all right next time. Come join us again for another episode of NORCAM Trivia Night. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.